everyone, welcome back to the My Favorite Things YouTube channel. I'm Karolyn and I'm stopping by today to share a process video for a project that I created using the Outside the Box Die-namics and the Outside the Box Snowdrifts Die-namics, which are sold separately. The Outside the Box Die-namics is a set of dies that are designed to create a folding box card that are all the rage these days. Our exclusive design doesn't have side flaps and creates a more modern, streamlined look. The assembled card can be folded flat and fits perfectly inside an A2 envelope. The Outside the Box Die-namics includes that long narrow strip with tabs on each end. That's a shelf that you can use inside the box to mount your cute critters and build your 3D scenes. As an alternative, you can use the Outside the Box Grass Die-namics or the Outside the Box Snowdrifts Die-namics, which are tabbed and staggered in design to fit perfectly inside the box. To build my box, I'll need one main layer for the back of the box, and I've used the largest of the rectangle dies to die cut that piece. I'll need two side pieces that I've die cut using the tabbed side die. I also die cut two of the shelf pieces just to show you how they look, but I won't be using those on my design today. I used the three smaller rectangle dies from the Outside the Box Die-namics to die cut the layers for my box from Grout gray cardstock. I die cut one large layer for the back of the box, one long rectangle piece for the front of the box, and two small rectangles for each of the box sides. Also included in the Outside the Box Die-namics are a series of different size strips that can be die cut either from cardstock or acetate and can be used to stabilize elements of your design or to elevate something in the scene. However, I won't be using these strips in my design today. To begin assembling my box, I've adhered some 1/4-inch double-sided tape to each of the tabs on the two side pieces. Hopefully you can see that when I die cut these pieces, embossed lines are created. I'll fold my die cuts on the provided score lines, and I'll use my Teflon bone folder to perfect those creases. I'm using 100-pound cardstock for my design today, but you could use lighter weight cardstock and still have a very sturdy design. Once I've folded my two side pieces, I'll remove the liner paper from the double-sided tape, and I'll adhere the two pieces together by aligning them parallel to each other with the tabs on opposite sides. I'll adhere the tabs to the insides of the shorter side edges. To be honest, I've never actually made one of these box cards before, and I was amazed at how logical and easy putting this type of card together was. If I can do this, anyone can. Since I'm creating a winter scene for my design today, I'll be using the Outside the Box Snowdrifts Die-namics for my shelves, so I've die cut them out of the same smooth white cardstock that I die cut the box from. I adhered 1/4-inch double-sided tape to each of the tabs, and I folded the tabs on the provided score lines and perfected the creases with my Teflon bone folder. I die cut the 4 snowdrift designs, but I only ended up using 3 of them. I'll remove the liner paper from one of the tabs, and I'll adhere that to what feels like the middle of the box. I'm kind of eyeballing it here, but I think I get pretty close. Once I have it in the right spot, I just press on that tab to make it stick to the side of the box. And that'll make it easier for me to align the other tab to the right side of the box. I'm loving the way each of the snowdrifts is staggered in design and how the tabs elevate the design to just above the edge of the box, so nothing gets lost inside. The idea of being able to die cut these Outside the Box snowdrifts and grass Die-namics out of whatever color you want as an alternative shelf option make for some amazing possibilities. Okay, back to my design. I've removed the liner paper from another tab and I'm adhering it to the back edge of the box. The tabs on this shelf help me to align both sides perfectly since they both butt up to the back edge. And I found that once I've adhered each of the shelves, it helped me to make sure the tabs were secure by just folding the box from side to side. I'm adhering my final shelf to the front of the box and securing the tabs so that they're barely flush with the front edge of the box. And now for the fun part of any card design. The creative side of things can finally begin. Off camera, I stamped the city block background onto the Grout gray layers of the box using Sweet Tooth pigment ink and heat embossed them with white embossing powder. I have a feeling that this city block background will be used often because it's a great scene builder background. I've wrapped some red and white baker's twine around the top of the biggest layer piece and I've tied it into a bow. And then I'll adhere this layer to the back of the box using thin 3D foam squares. You don't have to use foam squares. In fact, if you want to cut down on bulk, you can just adhere the layers directly to the box with your favorite adhesive. I just happen to like the dimension that foam squares add. And now I can adhere the front layer piece and the two side layer pieces to the base of the box with more thin 3D foam squares. These areas of the box are where you can just let your creative imagination go wild. Stay clean and simple, or embellish to your heart's content. The possibilities are truly endless. I decided to use the new present time stamp set and coordinating dies to create my scene for today's project. So I stamped, colored, and die cut the images and scene building elements off camera so as to focus solely on the construction of the box card. I'm removing the liner paper from the remaining foam squares from the back layer, and I'll slide that onto the back of the box so that the grout gray layer adheres to the inside of the box and the white layer adheres to the back side of the box. Again, I'm using foam squares because that's my preference, but you can certainly use your favorite adhesive to adhere the back to the base of the box. I used some tape runner adhesive to secure the white layer to the back of the box. And now I can start planning and adhering my scene. I'm using tape runner and foam square adhesive to adhere each of the elements of my scene to the shelves of the box, depending on how things are layered. But again, this is where I can let my imagination run wild. I'll take some care to make sure that you can see most of the elements from the scene from all sides, which is a great bonus of this type of card. It reminds me so much of those old-fashioned dioramas that we used to have to make in elementary school, only this one fits perfectly into an A2 envelope. And although I didn't use them in this project, remember that I have the ability to elevate or stabilize elements in my design using those thin strips that are part of the Outside the Box dynamics. I'm so impressed with the streamlined and modern look of this kind of card, and the optional Outside the Box snowdrifts and grass dynamics open the door for so much creativity. And the ease in assembling this project is truly mind-blowing. Off camera, I stamped one of the sentiments from the present time stamp set onto some wild cherry cardstock using Sweet Tooth pigment ink, and I heat embossed it with white embossing powder. I die cut the sentiment using a die from the Blueprints 27 Dynamics, and I've adhered it to the front of the box using thin 3D foam squares. And, as mentioned before, when I fold the box, it fits perfectly inside an A2 envelope. I wanted to go over once more the different shelf options. The long, thin shelf is included with the Outside the Box Dynamics, and as alternative shelves, you can purchase the Outside the Box Grass Dynamics or the Outside the Box Snowdrifts Dynamics, which could also be used as rolling hills. The possibilities for the Outside the Box Dynamics are truly endless, and I can't wait to use these dies on a regular basis. And that's it for me today, friends. I'm so excited that I can now make easy-to-assemble box cards, and I hope I've inspired you to give them a try for yourself. Be sure and subscribe to the MFT YouTube channel for all of the creative goodies that we share here on a regular basis. Thanks for watching and have a great day.